Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak about a delicate yet empowering idea, one that requires thoughtfulness, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of human relationships. The title of our discussion is "A Woman Must Always Hide These Things from a Man." Now, let us tread carefully here, not to imply deception or manipulation, but to explore the profound value of boundaries, autonomy, and self-respect within a relationship. Healthy boundaries are essential for fostering respect and maintaining balance in any relationship. At the core, boundaries represent the limits we set to protect our personal well-being, autonomy, and emotional health. They are not walls designed to create distance, but rather lines that help define the space where we can be our truest selves while still engaging meaningfully with others. Without boundaries, we risk losing our individuality, becoming enmeshed in someone else's emotional or psychological needs, and compromising our sense of self. When we speak of boundaries, it's not only about physical space, but also emotional and psychological aspects. Emotional boundaries dictate how much of ourselves we are willing to share with others and how much we are willing to receive from them. Setting these boundaries allows individuals to take ownership of their emotions and actions without being overwhelmed by others' expectations or needs. Without emotional boundaries, people often feel drained, overwhelmed, or even resentful. Over time, this can lead to the breakdown of relationships as individuals become either too self-contained or too accommodating, neglecting their own needs in favor of others. In relationships, particularly romantic ones, it's crucial to recognize that each person is their own individual with a distinct emotional world. When one person disregards or violates the other's boundaries, it can lead to a loss of trust and respect. This is why it is so vital to establish and communicate boundaries early and clearly. A woman, for instance, may choose to keep certain thoughts or feelings to herself, not out of secrecy, but because sharing them too soon or with the wrong person might compromise her emotional safety. Similarly, she may need space to process experiences or emotions before she is ready to share them. Boundaries also allow for growth. In a relationship where both parties respect each other's limits, there is room for personal development. A person can pursue interests, hobbies, or ambitions that are meaningful to them without feeling as though they are neglecting or betraying their partner. This independence contributes to a healthier dynamic where both people feel supported, not stifled by the relationship. The ability to maintain one's identity while still being part of a couple is a key factor in sustaining a strong, enduring connection. Boundaries foster trust. When each person in a relationship respects the other's limits, it demonstrates a level of understanding and care that is essential for the bond to thrive. Trust is built not only by fulfilling promises, but also by respecting the unspoken agreements about personal space and emotional needs. For example, when one person acknowledges that the other requires alone time or privacy, this reinforces the idea that both individuals have the right to their own space. This mutual respect creates a sense of security, where each person can be open and vulnerable, knowing their emotional needs will be honored. When boundaries are not maintained, relationships can become imbalanced. A person may begin to feel responsible for the other's emotions or needs, leading to feelings of guilt or resentment. This can ultimately result in a toxic dynamic where one individual's sense of self becomes overshadowed by the other's demands. Healthy boundaries ensure that both individuals feel respected and valued for who they are, not for what they can give or do for the other. Boundaries are not limitations, but essential guidelines that allow individuals to navigate relationships in a healthy and sustainable way. They help us understand where we end and where others begin, providing the space needed for mutual respect, trust, and personal growth. Preserving mystery and uniqueness within a relationship is often viewed as an essential ingredient for sustaining connection, attraction, and respect. It is the delicate balance between sharing enough of oneself to build intimacy and maintaining a sense of individuality that keeps the relationship fresh and dynamic. When mystery is preserved, there is an ongoing opportunity for discovery, which fosters deeper engagement, curiosity, and respect between individuals. On the contrary, revealing everything too quickly can lead to a sense of predictability and stagnation, where the relationship lacks the excitement of unfolding layers and evolving personalities. Each person has an internal world full of experiences, emotions, and thoughts that are uniquely theirs. Preserving elements of this world allows a person to retain a sense of autonomy and self-worth, which in turn strengthens their position within the relationship. When a person reveals everything too soon, they risk losing the personal space that allows them to grow. By keeping some parts of oneself concealed, one ensures that the relationship doesn't become one-dimensional, but rather a shared journey of discovery that continues to unfold with time. Mystery doesn't imply deceit or manipulation, rather, it is the art of withholding just enough to create an atmosphere of intrigue and curiosity. When a woman, for instance, chooses not to disclose every emotion or thought she has, she keeps the relationship from becoming overly familiar. This leaves room for the other person to wonder about her. What is she thinking? What does she desire? What motivates her? This curiosity fosters a deeper emotional connection because it invites questions that do not have immediate answers. The journey of discovery becomes a shared experience, one that invites exploration rather than expectation. Uniqueness is closely tied to the idea of mystery. Every individual brings something distinct to a relationship, certain qualities, quirks, and idiosyncrasies that cannot be replicated. Preserving this uniqueness involves recognizing the value of what makes one special and ensuring that this essence remains intact, rather than merging too quickly into the other person's world. When both partners respect each other's uniqueness, the relationship is marked by a sense of admiration rather than dependency. The other person begins to appreciate the subtle differences, understanding that these differences are not weaknesses but integral parts of who each individual is. This fosters a sense of appreciation where each moment shared is not an expectation of completeness but a celebration of who the other person is at their core. Keeping some level of mystery allows both partners to maintain their individual desires, passions, and dreams, which are essential for healthy growth. Relationships that thrive on shared uniqueness tend to avoid the pitfalls of stagnation. There is always room for personal discovery, whether it's a hidden talent, a childhood memory, or a desire that has yet to be fully explored. By maintaining a sense of mystery, individuals are not simply reliving past moments, they are actively building future ones. This ongoing evolution ensures that the relationship continues to be a space where both individuals can feel valued, not just for their shared history, but for the person they are becoming. The beauty of a relationship built on mystery and uniqueness lies in the tension it creates, a tension that is not uncomfortable but energizing. This dynamic encourages both individuals to continually evolve while remaining deeply engaged in the present moment. Far from diminishing connection, it enhances it, ensuring that both people feel seen and understood without the need to exhaust every part of themselves. It is through this preservation of mystery and the celebration of individuality that a relationship finds its true depth. Emotional resilience and self-sufficiency are critical components of an individual's psychological and emotional health. They serve as the foundation upon which a person can build not only a stable and fulfilling life, but also meaningful and balanced relationships. Resilience allows individuals to recover from setbacks, adapt to change, and face life's challenges with strength and grace, while self-sufficiency provides the internal resources to navigate the emotional complexities of life without relying excessively on others. Together, these qualities foster a sense of autonomy and emotional balance that is vital for personal growth and healthy connections with others. Emotional resilience is the ability to weather emotional storms and bounce back from adversity. Life is unpredictable, and we are all subjected to experiences that test our emotional limits, whether it's a personal loss, a relationship breakdown, or unexpected changes in life circumstances. Resilience does not imply a lack of emotional pain or vulnerability, but rather the ability to process and overcome difficulties without losing one's sense of self. This strength comes from within, from the recognition that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we do have control over how we respond to them. It is through emotional resilience that we learn to manage stress, cultivate inner peace, and find meaning in life's struggles. The key to emotional resilience lies in the understanding that emotions, like all aspects of life, are transient. We are not defined by our pain or our joy. We are defined by how we manage both. Those who are emotionally resilient acknowledge their feelings, allowing themselves to feel anger, sadness, or fear, but they do not let those emotions dominate their lives. They practice self-awareness, learning to identify the root causes of their emotions, and they develop coping mechanisms that allow them to process and release these feelings in healthy ways. This process of emotional management ensures that they can continue to function effectively regardless of the challenges they face. Self-sufficiency is equally crucial, as it ensures that emotional resilience does not devolve into isolation or detachment. While resilience teaches a person to handle emotional pain on their own, self-sufficiency emphasizes the importance of maintaining a sense of independence and personal strength in all aspects of life. A self-sufficient person is someone who relies on their own resources, whether that's their intellect, skills, or emotional strength, without depending too heavily on others for validation or support. This does not mean rejecting help or refusing to lean on others when necessary, but rather recognizing that one's emotional well-being is primarily the responsibility of the individual. Being self-sufficient emotionally means having the internal tools to manage one's needs, expectations, and desires without becoming overly reliant on someone else's approval or presence. It fosters a sense of empowerment where individuals can stand strong in their identity even in moments of uncertainty. Self-sufficiency also cultivates a deeper sense of self-worth as individuals learn to appreciate their own strengths and capabilities. They understand that they are complete on their own and that the relationships they form with others are based on shared connection and mutual respect, not on neediness or dependency. Together, emotional resilience and self-sufficiency create a solid framework for personal growth and healthy relationships. When individuals are emotionally resilient, they are better equipped to navigate life's inevitable challenges without being overwhelmed by them. When they are self-sufficient, they enter relationships from a position of strength, not from a place of emotional lack or desperation. This balance allows for relationships that are rooted in respect and mutual admiration, where both individuals can maintain their autonomy while still offering support and care to each other. Ultimately, emotional resilience and self-sufficiency are the bedrock upon which individuals can build fulfilling, sustainable lives and meaningful connections with others. Personal struggles and vulnerabilities are integral aspects of the human experience, yet they are often seen as areas to conceal or avoid. However, the way we handle these inner battles speaks volumes about our strength and character. Struggles are inevitable. They manifest in various forms, whether emotional, financial, or relational, and can feel overwhelming at times. Yet, these moments of hardship provide opportunities for personal growth, transformation, and the development of a deeper understanding of who we are. Vulnerabilities, on the other hand, refer to the aspects of ourselves that are more exposed, sensitive, and raw. While they can leave us feeling exposed, they are also what make us truly human and capable of genuine connection. When we face personal struggles, there is often a tendency to retreat or suppress these experiences for fear of appearing weak or inadequate. Society often places a premium on strength and resilience, which can make it difficult to express or acknowledge vulnerability. Yet, it is precisely through these challenges that we learn the most about ourselves. Struggles force us to confront the limitations we have and work through them, either by developing new skills, changing our mindset, or learning to cope in healthier ways. The struggle itself becomes a form of strength when we choose to face it head-on instead of avoiding it. In this way, personal struggles are not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our resilience and determination. Vulnerability, in its essence, is the willingness to expose parts of ourselves that are not easily seen. It is the decision to be honest about our fears, insecurities, and uncertainties. And this can be deeply uncomfortable, as it involves stepping into a space where we may not be in control, where others may judge, or where we may face rejection. Yet, vulnerability is also what allows for the richest connections between individuals. When we choose to be vulnerable, we create space for others to do the same, and in that shared openness, a deeper bond is formed. Vulnerability is not weakness, but courage in its purest form. It takes immense strength to reveal our deepest struggles and not allow them to define us. There is, however, a delicate balance to strike. Not every personal struggle needs to be shared with others, and not all vulnerabilities need to be exposed. Sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is to process these experiences internally, allowing ourselves the time and space to heal before sharing them with others. This internal process allows us to understand the nature of our struggles and the lessons they offer before seeking external support. By working through personal difficulties on our own, we develop the emotional tools necessary to handle future challenges, making us more resilient in the long term. This self-reliance is not about shutting others out, but rather about building emotional strength so that when we do choose to share our struggles, we are doing so from a place of agency, not desperation. Personal struggles and vulnerabilities shape our ability to empathize with others. When we experience pain, confusion, or loss, we develop a greater capacity to understand what others may be going through. It is through these shared human experiences that true empathy emerges, when we are able to connect with others not from a place of judgment, but from a place of understanding. Our vulnerabilities and struggles make us more compassionate and capable of offering genuine support to those around us because we recognize the universal nature of hardship. Ultimately, embracing our struggles and vulnerabilities is not about seeking pity or sympathy. It is about acknowledging our humanity and allowing ourselves to grow through our experiences. Financial independence and autonomy are fundamental aspects of a person's ability to live with dignity, self-respect, and empowerment. They serve as the foundation for making informed decisions, cultivating a sense of freedom, and fostering a life that is not tethered to external control or dependency. In an interconnected world, financial autonomy often goes hand in hand with the ability to carve out one's own path, make independent choices, and approach life with confidence. It provides the security needed to face challenges, pursue passions, and build the kind of future that aligns with personal values and goals. Financial independence means having control over one's finances and not relying on another person or entity to meet basic needs or provide financial support. It goes beyond simply earning a salary or having access to money. It encompasses the ability to manage resources wisely, plan for the future, and make decisions based on one's desires rather than external pressures. Achieving financial independence requires discipline, foresight, and a commitment to living within one's means, but it is also a source of great pride and accomplishment. The financial stability it provides allows a person to face life's uncertainties with a sense of security, knowing that they are not dependent on anyone else for their livelihood. One of the key elements of financial independence is the ability to make autonomous decisions. When a person is financially self-sufficient, they are free to choose how to allocate their time, energy, and resources. They can make career decisions based on personal interests and aspirations rather than out of necessity. They have the flexibility to invest in their education, take risks, or pursue entrepreneurial ventures. Financial autonomy allows individuals to take ownership of their lives, make choices that align with their values, and create a future that reflects their own vision rather than having to conform to someone else's expectations or demands. Beyond practical freedom, financial independence also fosters a deeper sense of self-respect and personal worth. When a person is financially autonomous, they do not have to rely on others for validation or approval. They know that they can support themselves and make decisions that are in their best interest. This sense of independence builds confidence as it reinforces the belief that one is capable of navigating life on their own terms. It allows individuals to avoid situations where they might feel trapped or obligated to meet the expectations of others, which often leads to resentment or compromised values. Financial independence provides the security needed to build and maintain healthy relationships. In relationships where one person is financially dependent on another, there can be an imbalance of power where decisions are influenced by the financial circumstances of one party. This can create tension, erode trust, and lead to feelings of insecurity. When both partners are financially independent, the relationship is based on equality and mutual respect, rather than on financial necessity. This dynamic fosters a deeper emotional connection where both individuals can be their authentic selves without fear of judgment or manipulation. Financial autonomy also enables individuals to weather unexpected challenges such as job loss, illness, or economic downturns. With a solid financial foundation, one can navigate these setbacks with greater ease, knowing that they have the resources to manage their obligations and maintain their standard of living. Financial independence provides a buffer against the uncertainties of life, giving individuals the peace of mind to focus on recovery, personal growth, and future opportunities. In a broader sense, financial autonomy is not just about accumulating wealth, but about the ability to make choices that enhance one's quality of life. It is about having the freedom to invest in experiences, education, and relationships that bring fulfillment. It is the freedom to live without the constant stress of financial insecurity, allowing a person to focus on what truly matters to them. Financial independence provides the platform for a life that is led by purpose and intention, rather than by circumstance or obligation. Past regrets and mistakes are universal experiences that often shape the way we view ourselves and the world around us. They can serve as heavy burdens, trapping us in cycles of self-blame and shame, or they can be powerful tools for growth and transformation. The way we respond to these regrets and mistakes determines whether they hold us back or propel us forward. While it's easy to become consumed by the weight of past decisions, it's essential to recognize that mistakes are part of the human experience, and the true measure of strength lies in how we learn from them and move forward. Regrets typically arise from moments when we feel that we have made the wrong choices, or when we failed to act in a way that aligns with our values or desires. These feelings often emerge after looking back on a decision or action and realizing that a different path might have led to a better outcome. However, living in regret can be a trap that hinders personal growth. While regret is a natural emotional response, when it becomes all-consuming, it prevents us from seeing the opportunities that lie in the present. It's important to acknowledge regrets, but we must also learn to release them. Only then can we embrace the lessons they carry and use them to navigate future choices with greater wisdom and clarity. Mistakes, too, are an inevitable part of life. No one is exempt from making errors, whether in relationships, career, or personal growth. These missteps, though painful in the moment, often offer the most profound lessons. They reveal our weaknesses, challenge our assumptions, and force us to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves. In this way, mistakes are not inherently negative. Rather, they are opportunities to learn and evolve. The key is not to avoid mistakes, but to change how we perceive and respond to them. When we view mistakes as stepping stones to personal growth, they no longer hold power over us. Instead, they become integral parts of our journey towards self-improvement. The process of moving past regret and mistakes involves accepting that perfection is unattainable. It's easy to believe that we should have done better, known better, or made different choices, but these thoughts overlook the fact that we acted with the knowledge, experience, and understanding we had at the time. Our mistakes are not a reflection of our worth, but rather a reflection of our humanity. They demonstrate that we are living beings capable of growth and change, and they allow us to develop resilience in the face of adversity. Forgiveness plays a critical role in overcoming past regrets and mistakes. To forgive ourselves is to acknowledge that we are not defined by our past actions. It is an act of compassion and self-acceptance, recognizing that we are all flawed and capable of growth. Holding on to guilt or shame prevents us from moving forward and achieving our potential. In forgiving ourselves, we give ourselves permission to heal, to try again, and to move toward the future with hope and determination. Reflecting on past mistakes and regrets can deepen our empathy for others. When we understand the pain that comes with our own missteps, we become more compassionate toward others who are also navigating their struggles. This understanding can lead to stronger connections and more authentic relationships, as we realize that we are all doing the best we can with the knowledge and resources we have. Rather than judging others for their mistakes, we are able to support and encourage them as they work through their own challenges. The power to overcome past regrets and mistakes lies in our ability to shift our perspective. By viewing our past not as a series of failures, but as a series of lessons and experiences that contribute to our growth, we free ourselves from the chains of guilt and regret. We begin to see our mistakes not as the end of the road, but as part of the ongoing process of becoming the best version of ourselves. In navigating the complexities of life, embracing past regrets, mistakes, emotional struggles, and the importance of resilience is key to fostering personal growth and strength. Each challenge, whether it comes in the form of vulnerability, financial independence, or emotional hardship, offers profound opportunities for learning and evolution. It is through our struggles that we gain wisdom, build resilience, and shape a future that is defined by intention, not by the burdens of the past. As we move forward, it is crucial to remember that mistakes do not define us, nor do our vulnerabilities diminish our worth. Instead, they are integral to our journey towards self-discovery, autonomy, and deeper connections with others. True empowerment lies in the ability to learn from each experience, to forgive ourselves, and to continually evolve, armed with the strength to face what comes next.